I'm sharing my screen. Oh, Sri, I could not understand your question, so please write your question in the chat box. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so yesterday we discussed Lambda function. Okay. So we discussed Python programs to demonstrate Lambda function. So we discussed a small function, Lambda function like a square of a number. Okay. Now we are discussing something more like Python Lambda function with list comprehension. Okay. So see, I need to recall yesterday's lecture, or you are familiar with the yesterday's lecture Lambda function. This
Give
lecture.
recap. Give recap.
Okay, just a recap. Okay. So lambda function are the anonymous function and they doesn't have any name. Okay. And you can create a lambda function when you need a small section of code. Okay. So yesterday we discussed the lambda function here. We were having this expression for the lambda function is this. Syntax is this: lambda and the arguments and the expressions. Keep in mind, there can be any number of arguments, but the expression, you can have only one expression. Okay. So lambda function, the syntax is this: lambda, the arguments, colon, the expression. Okay. An example, if you are writing this lambda string and string is this, so you are not exactly using the lambda function. This I have taken from the geek, so for geeks, so it is just showing you this is a lambda function, but you want to utilize this, we need to use write like this. Suppose you have any expression x, which is Rohit, you can write anything here, and I am just passing any value. So I'm creating a lambda function lambda x colon, this is the expression here. Okay, print, so it will print the value of x, and now you are calling this function, so I'm just passing this x in this square bracket, in this round bracket, so it will give you output Rohit. One more example, uh, you are using a lambda function x colon x is x into 2, so it is just double your number. Now this time I am giving this lambda function a name double. Okay. So now you can call this function, now you can call this lambda function using the name double, and you can pass the arguments here. Okay, yesterday we discussed some programs also, I will show you in the terminal. So JUP by Jupyter notebook. So yesterday we discussed lambda function where we passed two arguments instead of one argument. Please, I will show you just a minute. It is taking some time to open. Okay, so now, yeah, is it visible?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yesterday we created, I think, this one. I have uploaded everything on LMS. Okay, so from yesterday we have created this lambda function, lambda and x colon name. So instead of this, you will have this. Okay, so this is a lambda function. If you want to utilize this, name is equals to Rohit, lambda name colon name, you are passing this name here. Okay. So again, one more example, a is a variable, you are passing this a, and you are performing what, a square. Yeah. One more example is this. If you are not using lambda function, you can create other function using the def. So with the same purpose. This time in this program, we have created lambda function which will find the square of a number, and this time we are giving the lambda function a name a. So in now this time we can use this a bracket and number of arguments. Okay. This time in this we have passed two number of arguments x comma y. So there can be any number of arguments, but the you can have only a single expression, you cannot have multiple expressions. Okay. So yesterday we performed these questions. Okay. Now with the continuation of this, now we are using a lambda function with list comprehension. Okay, list we already discussed what is list. Okay, now see. mm, okay, I'm writing another Python file. Okay, see, lambda function with list list comprehension. Okay, so see what we can do. Do you remember what is list, friends? Do you remember what is list? List
Yes.
is a collection of literals. ठीक है? List is a collection of literals. So I'm trying to do experiments here. Okay, so I'm writing here lambda okay, x colon x plus 10. ठीक है? lambda x colon x plus 10 and for x in okay range. Okay, so 1 comma 11. Can we do this, friends? Yes or no? Hmm. Can we do this?
So the expression should be one only.
So this is only one expression here. This is only one expression. I think
So
stop
your
हो
screen
गया.
is gone.
Yeah, I think
Screen
both.
is
My screen is visible. Screen is visible.
Yes, sir, is visible.
Okay,
yes, yes.
suppose you are confused this, so I'm just what does it mean for x in range 1 comma 11 anything here df function name fun function. In this function you are passing what you are passing here, you are passing here L suppose. Okay, now for this what you are doing here, mm, L dot a double p and L dot append. Okay, okay, x plus 10. Okay, so it will return then return L. So suppose you are having an empty list here. Now, what is the purpose of this program? This program. What is the purpose of this program? Your kid. This is a what? This is what? This is a list. List. Empty list. Yes or no? This is an empty list, friends.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is an empty list. Okay. Now, what does it means? If you just write here L dot append 1, what does it means? You are just appending elements in the list. Okay. If I will call this once more, what will happen? Suppose 10, what will happen? I have this list 1 comma 10. Okay. Now, if you are using this function, not about the lambda function, if you are using a function df func L, so in this function you are having one argument L. Okay. Now for x in range 1 comma 10, or you can say anything 11 suppose, so you are using a for loop. Okay. So x will be what? x will be 1, then x will be 2, then x will be 3, then x will be 4, then x will be 5. Okay. And what you are doing, you are doing what? L dot append x plus 10. So you are adding. Okay, so you are appending elements in the list. After doing this, after completing this for loop, you are returning this list. Okay. Now what you are doing here, you are passing this empty list here, and you are collecting this return value in this list. ठीक है? ये clear है friends? What will be the output of this? What will be the output of this? Can I run this? Hello? कहाँ
Sir,
सो गए
yeah, you
भाई?
can.
हाँ, so what will be the output? Okay, no problem. You can see the output here. This function, this is clear or not? This I'm
So if
not
you don't
using.
make,
Yes.
can you click this lambda function, range function in chat box?
No, till now I have not used a lambda function. We are using the simple function. This simple function, this one, using the def. Now the same things we will do using the lambda function that I am saying to you. Okay, let me check. Abhay Sukla, Abhinav Chauhan,
Yes, sir.
Archita Dubey. This program is
Uh,
clear to all of you. This program, this
yes,
this is the, ठीक है, ये क्लियर होगा आई थिंक सबको, है ना? नाउ
yes,
हम
it's clear.
या क्लियर है ना? ठीक है. Now we are doing the same thing using the lambda function. I am just writing this L2. ठीक है? Print L2. So I'm calling this okay, lambda x list function. Lambda x x plus 10 for x in range. K, in just a minute. Kx, no, x is not defined, but it works for me.
My screen is not big.
Oh, sorry. Hmm. This is the problem with the browser actually. Yeah, so we are using this L2 equals to lambda x x plus 10 for x in range 1 comma this. No, this is not. Now see. Okay, so we are yeah, so we are using this lambda function. Now how to print this value? This L2 here. Yeah, so this is saying that L2 is what? L2 is a function. How many times? Is a function list comprehension, function list comprehension, function list comprehension, function list comprehension. So कहीं से आवाज आ रही है भाई? ठीक है. So see, we have created a lambda function. How many times we have created lambda function? 1 to 11, 11 minus 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 times we have created lambda function here. But how to print this value? How to print this value? Say here. ये program clear है ना? This one is clear, friends.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. देखो, अब हमने लास्ट टाइम क्या डिस्कस किया था? लास्ट टाइम देखिए, when you are using this see, जब हम we were writing this print lambda or any variable name here or the expression here, so it just give you the function name, that means the lambda function name. ठीक है. But whenever you want to print this whenever you want to utilize this lambda function, you need to call this. Okay, so whenever how to call this, I am just passing this x here. Okay, alternately मैंने क्या किया था, alternately we can give this lambda function a name here. So we have given this name, any name double, and we just call this function double and any arguments here. So this 5 will become x, and then you will have 5 into 2. Okay, so again this program is same. Now whenever we need to use this so now this time again we are creating a lambda function. This time again we are creating a lambda function here, but how to get the value of all these? So we need to call this table and no arguments, since here we are not passing any arguments here, because in this lambda function this x is taken from this. Okay, so we are not passing here, so we need, whenever we need to print this value, we need to call this lambda function here. Okay, so in our program what we need to do, okay, this one clear. So uh, suppose I'm just writing this, okay, not this, now see. Okay, we are writing this list object is not callable. Okay, so for okay, L in L2, okay, print print L, okay. Lambda missing one required positional argument. Lambda missing one required positional argument x. Okay, this x for, I think there is a difference in the version of my Anaconda and my Python org, because in Python org it works. So let me write my program in my terminal, not in the Jupyter notebook. Let me check this. So I'm sharing my Python terminal in my laptop. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Just yeah, I think it is working in the collab. I don't know what is the problem here. I'm sharing my collab. Just a minute. It is working there. Okay. 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 Is it visible? My collab is visible. Google Colab is visible, friends.
Yes, sir.
I don't
Yes,
know,
sir.
but in Jupyter Notebook it is not working, but here it is working. I don't know. See, table. I have just again created a lamb. You can write here L2, similar to our previous one. So I have created a lambda function x. Lambda function doesn't any name. It is taking x as an argument. And okay, sorry, this was the problem. We have not given any name actually. We need to write x equals to. Okay, so it is taking x as an argument, and it is giving you x into 10. You can write anything. It is giving you the square for x in the range 1 comma 11. So from 1, so it will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it will give you the square of each number. It will give you the square of each number. Okay. So suppose you are just writing here this print L2 and not this, suppose. what it will give? It is working, just a minute. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it will give you the function name only. Clear? Now, whenever you want to get the value of all these, what you need to do, you need to call this. कैसे call करेंगे? L2. Now, how many functions are there, friends? See, one function, two function, three function, 4, 5, 6, up to there are 10 functions are there, because this is from x equals to 1 to 10. Okay, so if we want to get this value, you need to do this for L in L2, print L and this. So using this, we are calling this. Now see, is it visible? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Yeah, so this is your lambda function. ठीक है. Now we are discussing another topic, that is recursion. ठीक है. So this is your lambda function here. Now we are having one more topic, that is recursion. ठीक है. So it is again a part of your function. ठीक है. It is again a part of function, and it is similar to your ordinary normal function. ठीक है. Ordinary normal function, but this time we will call a function again and again. ठीक है. Suppose in your program you have a function, and the function name is factorial, factorial, factorial. ठीक है. In the recursion, we need to call the factorial function within the factorial function itself. ठीक है. Within the factorial function itself. ठीक है. So this is called recursion. Recursion is the process of defining something in term of itself. ठीक है. So suppose I am giving you an example here. ठीक है. Yeah, see here. ठीक है. So what is factorial of n? Friends, what is factorial of n? Do you know factorial? Do you know factorial?
Sir, n multiplied by n minus 1 multiplied by n minus 2 till 0.
Okay. So
Sorry,
then
till
it
1,
is,
till 1, not 0.
yeah, so it is n minus 1, and then it is n minus 2, and then it is n minus 3. Clear? And that sorry, multiplication sign is here, and 1. ठीक है. So this is your factorial. ठीक है. Can we write this like this? F of n uh, is equals to okay, n into f of n minus 1. Can I write this? Yes or no? This is what? This is f of n minus 1. Yes or no? Mm. Friends, please answer.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So this is, so we can write f of n is equals to n into f of n minus 1. So this is called defining something in term of itself, defining something in term of itself, and this is called recursion in a programming language. This is called a recursion. ठीक है. So if I will say you write a program to find the factorial of a number, what you will do? If I say find factorial of a number, what you will do? Using the function, you will just write this. I'm using my Colab notebook. Yeah, so okay, yeah. See, so factorial. Okay. So you will write this def factorial of n. Then what you will do here? Friends, let me know How to find factorial of a number n? जल्दी बताओ. First, suppose you want to find factorial of 10. Okay, so you are creating a function. The name of function is FAC. You are passing 10, and how to find the factorial?
For I
Hello,
in range
for I in range
0 to n plus 1.
0 or 1,
Sorry, 1 to n plus 1.
1 comma n plus 1, and what you will do here? You will just write here FAC is equals to 1, and then what you will write here? FAC is equals to FAC into I. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And after this, what you will do? You will just return FAC. Am I right?
सर एक छोटा सा डाउट था.
हाँ, yes.
रिटर्न और प्रिंट में डिफरेंस क्या होता है?
रिटर्न में क्या होता है कि दिस वैल्यू, द वैल्यू दैट इज हियर, एनी वैल्यू, सपोज दिस इज अ FAC वैल्यू, एनीथिंग हियर इज देयर, ठीक है. सो दिस रेट, दिस वैल्यू विल बी रिटर्न व्हेन यू कॉल दिस फंक्शन. सो सपोज यू आर कॉलिंग दिस फंक्शन FAC, ठीक है. सो व्हेन दिस कॉलिंग इज डन, some value will get from this function. So you will obtain something from this function, and this value will be assigned to this variable FACT. ठीक है. सपोज मैंने आपको कुछ दिया, आई हैव गिवन यू समथिंग, ठीक है. यू परफॉर्म समथिंग, आपने कुछ प्रोसेस किया, और फिर प्रोसेस करके यू हैव रिटर्न समथिंग टू मी, ठीक है. सो यू आर नॉट प्रिंटिंग एनीथिंग, यू आर जस्ट गिविंग, यू आर जस्ट रिटर्निंग टू मी, एंड आफ्टर दैट आई विल डिस्प्ले दिस, ठीक है. सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस. रिटर्न में क्या होगा कि आउटपुट विल बी प्रिंटेड ऑन द स्क्रीन, ऑन द आउटपुट डिवाइस. रिटर्न में क्या होगा? द प्रोसेस वैल्यू विल बी रिटर्न टू द कॉलिंग फंक्शन, ठीक है.
अच्छा,
सो इसमें
बेसिकली जो रिटर्न में वैल्यू हमारी आएगी उसको हम कहीं और क्वेश्चन में हमें यूज करना हो वो भी कर सकते हैं.
हाँ हाँ, यस
प्रिंट में
यस
बस
यस,
हमें आउटपुट दिखा देगा.
हाँ यस यस यस, ये दिस इज द,
थैंक यू.
ठीक है. So suppose you are calling this function, you can see the factorial of 10 is this. थोड़ा बड़ा नंबर है, हम छोटा ले लेते हैं जिससे we can check. Yeah, factorial of 5 is 120. Now we are missing something here. We are missing something. नहीं सही है, factorial of 0 भी 1 ही होता है, I think.
यस सर.
Yeah, ठीक है ये. Now can be so this is without recursion, but in this we are learning recursion. So we need to call function within the function. That means defining in term of itself. ठीक है. So what we will do here? So in this program, uh, with recursion, with CURSION, मतलब डिफाइनिंग इन टर्म ऑफ इटसेल्फ. अब हमें क्या करना होगा? वी नीड टू डू समथिंग लाइक दिस, FAC n minus 1. मतलब you need to, in when we are calling this function FAC, then FAC function should call FAC function again. Forget about recursion, forget about recursion, any other examples, chalo. Forget about factorial, any other. I'm just giving you one more example. My name, and here you are passing name here, okay, and you are again calling this function my name, okay, and this time you are again calling this function with name. Now what will happen this time? What will happen if you do this? What will happen, friends? whenever you call this, what will happen?
सर हम
Please,
रिटर्न या प्रिंट तो कुछ करा ही नहीं रहे उस
सर
कोड
कुछ
में, तो
नहीं,
आउटपुट तो
हाँ,
आना।
देयर इज नो रिटर्न और प्रिंट, तो कुछ नहीं करेगा वो।
ओके, कुछ नहीं करेगा। चलो, नाउ
नाउ इट विल प्रिंट
सर
योर नेम।
2 बार प्रिंट कर
name
देगा
two,
रोहित।
name 2 is equals to name plus B. I'm writing here BCA. You are just now printing. Now what will happen? Now what will
नाउ
happen?
इट विल टेक नेम। सर नीचे माय नेम है, ना ना की नेम, ओके राइट। सर नहीं, वो ले लेगा, नहीं करेक्ट है सर। तो नेम प्लस बीसीए करेगा, सो दैट्स रोहित प्लस बीसीए, एंड इट विल प्रिंट इट
सर
आउट।
पहले वो रोहित बीसीए प्रिंट करेगा, फिर रोहित बीसीए बीसीए प्रिंट करेगा, क्योंकि फिर वापस एक बार चल जाएगा।
ओके, मैं रन कर रहा हूँ, आप देखना आउटपुट। वो तो रुक ही नहीं रहा है, रुक रहा है वो, रुक ही नहीं रहा है।
लूप, वो इन्फिनिट लूप चल गया उस पर।
इन्फिनिट क्यों? क्योंकि यू आर कॉलिंग, देखो आप क्या करना है, विद इन द माई नेम फंक्शन you are again calling my name function, so it will go here, you are calling this, ठीक है? So it will go here, ठीक है? It will do these two tasks, and then again it will call this. So when again this will call this, it will go again here, फिर से वो क्या करेगा, it will perform these two tasks, and then will again come here. So it will call itself again and again. So I will try to explain this with this diagram here. Okay, let me see. Yeah, see, suppose you are calling this function. Is it visible, this word file?
यस सर।
Okay, so you are calling this function, so it will go here, it will go here. Now in this function you are again calling this function, तो वो बाहर तो आया ही नहीं, ठीक है? It is still in this function, ठीक है? और फिर वो you again call this function, so it will again go in the loop, ठीक है? So it will again call this function. When it will go inside this, it will see, find, okay, again you are calling this function, so again it will go inside this, again it will go inside this, so it will continue. So there must be a termination condition whenever you are using a recursion. देखो recursion function क्या होता है? Defining something in term of itself, defining something in term of itself, मतलब हमें with the same function you are calling the same function, but you can call with the different arguments. You are calling recursion function within the recursion function, but with the different arguments. जैसे कि हमारे एग्जाम्पल में क्या था, I am calling my name function, my underscore name, with the different arguments. So here I am calling with name, here I am calling name to. तो पहले हमारा name क्या होगा? Name plus BCA, तो रोहित BCA. फिर क्या होगा? रोहित BCA, फिर BCA ऐड हो जाएगा, फिर BCA ऐड हो जाएगा। तो देखिए अब आउटपुट, सी, रोहित BCA, फिर रोहित BCA, रोहित BCA, रोहित BCA, तो वो BCA add हो रहा है every time, and you are again calling this function again and again. So it will go up to the maximum limit. I think maximum limit 1000 होती है in Python. Let me check. We can check this also. Okay. It is not written in any book, I think. So I'm just checking how many times it run. Okay. So, okay. Oh, count is equals to count plus 1. Okay, I'm just printing here count. Okay, let me check how many times it prints actually. Okay, no, रोहित, अरे यहाँ पे क्या है, काउंट,
सर
अच्छा
वो आपने
काउंट
लूप के
ये,
बाहर लिख दिया है ना,
हाँ, यस यस।
मतलब वो फंक्शन के बाहर लिख दिया आपने, वो इसीलिए शायद नहीं काम कर।
Okay, so I will pass here. Count is equals to 0. I will pass here count count. So it will go here is 0 count. Okay, count will plus. Let's see what will happen. Okay, नहीं, missing one. Okay, यहाँ पर भी हमें लिखना होगा. Okay, count. Let's see. अब आप देखिए how many times देखिए 83. अरे बहुत बड़ा है ये तो. Okay, ठीक है, मैं इसको यहाँ से बी से हटा देते हैं, ठीक है, बी से हटा देते हैं। देखिए कितनी बार जा रहा है ये। ओके 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 ओके, आई थिंक 1000 या 10,000 होता है। आई एम नॉट श्योर, इट इज नॉट written in any book, I think. Okay, it is saying maximum recursion depth exceeded while calling a Python object. So maximum depth खत्म हो गई, और it is taking only 2954. In your system maybe it will take more call, or maybe less call, maybe depend on the memory. ठीक है, so got it. What is recursion here? This is clear, friends?
repeating again again.
Yeah, ठीक है. So now, how I get out this problem? I will write some termination conditions. I will write some termination condition, and what termination condition I can write here? Okay, ठीक है. If count, if count is less than 100. Okay, sorry. If count is less than 100. Now see, अब ये कितनी बार जाएगा? Now it will go only 99 times. ठीक है, got it, friends? So in a recursion function you must have some termination conditions, otherwise it will go in an infinite loop. Clear? So I have written one termination conditions. If count is less than 10, then you are calling this function, otherwise this function will not call again. So this part is clear, friends? Recursion, yes or no? ठीक है, now, हाँ, yes.
Can you give recursive bar is cut and copy paste in chat box?
हाँ, yes, I can do. Yeah, okay, we can do that also in the chat box. So this is a recursion example here. ठीक है, ओके ओके ओके, इसमें हमने क्या किया था, x, ये मिस्टेक्स थी हमारी यहाँ पर. लेट्स सी. ठीक है, सो वी हैव सॉर्टेड आउट दिस प्रॉब्लम आल्सो. ठीक है, ओके, ये खत्म. ठीक है, सो दिस इज क्लियर. इफ दिस इज क्लियर देन आई कैन डू दिस पार्ट. ठीक है, नाउ कैन यू यूज रिकर्सन फंक्शन टू फाइंड द फैक्टोरियल ऑफ अ नंबर? Can use recursion function to find the factorial. This is without recursion option. This is without recursion. What can you use recursion function to find factorial? Friends, answer. What will be your code?
सर पहले फॉर लूप लिख दिया और फॉर लूप के नीचे लिख दिया फैक्ट मल्टीप्लाइड बाय फैक्ट n-1.
Okay, आप मुझे कोड बताना and I will see. So you are calling this a fact num. ठीक है, in the fact num, yes. Now what I need to write here?
सर
What
पहले फॉर लूप लिखा,
for loop लिखना है. Okay, for.
जब फॉर लूप के बिना बनाना.
आप बताइए बस. you need to use a recursion. You just tell me the code.
मैं कह रहा था कि अच्छा नहीं, एक सेकंड.
You need to use recursion. The goal is this. Just think about. I can go over the theory part here. Theory is here. So in the Python, we know function can call other function. In the recursion, we are calling the same function. Okay, so we are calling the same function. That means we are calling the function itself, and this is called recursion. Okay, this is the diagram here, and this is actually the code. हाँ फ्रेंड्स बताइए. हेलो. ओके. हेलो, कैन यू हियर मी?
Of course.
हाँ, so just tell me what I need to write. Okay, this is the code. Yeah, what I need to write here. Okay, suppose you are writing this. Okay, I'm trying to explain. So you are doing this. Hmm, okay, n into FAC n minus 1. Now, what will happen in this case? Suppose you are calling this function FAC. Okay, okay, you are calling this function FAC, and you are passing this num is equals to 5. So this n will become what here? N will become what? N is 5 for first time. For first time. Am I right? Okay. So n is 5 here, then it will go inside, and you are returning n into FAC n minus 1. Okay. So you are returning n into FAC n minus 1. So how can you return this value? Because you need to calculate this itself. Okay. So whenever it try to return this, it will again calculate this n into fact of n minus 1. So what it will return?
सर ये जो आपने लाइन लिखी है इसके ऊपर while लूप लगा देंगे शायद, while n की वैल्यू 0 से बड़ी हो तब तक ये वैल्यू रिटर्न करवानी है, वरना फिर इनफिनिट में चला जाएगा.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, while से होगा या if से होगा, लेट मी चेक. ठीक है. सो इट विल रिटर्न n इंटू FAC ऑफ 4. n की वैल्यू हमारी कितनी थी? 5 थी. तो इट विल 4. ठीक है. सो बिफोर रिटर्निंग दिस वैल्यू, इट विल अगेन call FAC function. It will again call FAC function with 4 as an argument. Am I right, friends? Yes or no? Yes or no? Please answer yes or no. ठीक है. So whenever you are doing this n into FAC n minus 1, तो क्या होगा? It will write here 5. It will try to return 5 into FAC 5 minus 1, that is 4. So the function need to again calculate FAC 4. तो अब वैल्यू भी रिटर्न नहीं हुई आपकी, बिकॉज इट विल अगेन कैलकुलेट FAC 4. ठीक है. देन इट विल गो ऊपर, फिर से जाएगा. देन n will become 4. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा आपका? देन इट विल बिकम व्हाट? 5 into 4 into FAC into FAC 3. Yes or no? Please answer. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
ठीक है. तो दिस प्रोसेस विल कंटिन्यू. अगेन फिर से क्या होगा? नेक्स्ट टाइम क्या होगा? अगेन फिर यहाँ पे क्या होगा? 3 आ जाएगा. दिस यहाँ पे 2 हो जाएगा. ठीक है. फिर वो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? फिर यहाँ पर आपका आएगा 5 4 3 2, और फिर यहाँ पे क्या होगा? आपका 1 हो जाएगा. दिस विल बी 1. अब वो FAC 1 को कॉल करेगा. FAC 1 तो वी हैव नॉट डिफाइंड हियर. फिर क्या होगा आपका? आप चेक कीजिए. सी It will be what? 5 4 3 2, यहाँ पे फिर 1 हो जाएगा. Then it will be what? FAC of 0. FAC 0 क्या है? फिर वो -1 हो जाएगा, फिर -2 हो जाएगा. So there is no termination condition. Is there any termination condition here? Is there any termination condition? Friends? Hello? Hello? There is no termination condition. So if I call this, what will happen? It will go in an infinite loop. See, it is not stopping. It is again star here. It is, we are not printing any value, but it is the star, so it is not going. Now it will go, it will say you maximum recursion depth exceeded. ठीक है. So हमें क्या करना होगा? We need to write condition. ठीक है. What condition we will write here? If n is equals to 1, I return 1, else now can I call this? ठीक है. Can I call? Can I call this? See the output here, 120. But एक problem अभी भी है. Can you please recall what is the problem here again? This is clear? यहाँ तक clear है, friends? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
ठीक है. एक प्रॉब्लम और है. अगर आप if you pass here 0, then what will happen? Again infinite loop. क्योंकि n is not equals to 1, so it will go in the else. Else में क्या
मैंने
होगा?
एलएस
0.
कंडीशन लगा देंगे 0 के लिए
हाँ
वहां पे
हाँ, good good. So you need to write one more condition. You need to write one more conditions. ठीक है. क्या conditions होगी? Can we write this? Okay, sorry. N is equals to 0. Can we write this? Let me see whether this works. Yeah, this is working now. ठीक है. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Up you can cross check. So this is a this is a recursion. That means you are calling the same function within the function. ठीक है. अब the question is, अब homework है आपके लिए. Faboni series that we have did without recursion, you need to print Faboni series using the recursion. And keep in mind, in the exam also, in the interview, they will ask you what is the termination criteria for a recursive function. But something tricky question. So there must be a termination criteria for the recursive function. There must be. So for this factorial function, this is the termination criteria. ठीक है. For Faboni series, you need to figure out what is the termination criteria and what is recursive call. So in Faboni series, I can write this. F of n is equals to what? F of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2. This is Faboni series formula. This is again a recursion. You are defining f of n in term of f of n minus 1 and f of n minus 2. So you are defining something in term of itself. ठीक है. But you need to figure out what is the termination criteria and you need to write this in a programming way. Clear? So I will share everything with on the LMS. ठीक है. I have not discussed this theory part. हाँ हाँ. Yes.
इवन आपकी सीरीज में n माइनस 1 क्यों होगा? एक नंबर बढ़ा के ऐड करना होता है ना, तो n प्लस 1 होना चाहिए ना.
नहीं, जो हमारा f of n होता है Faboni सीरीज में, दिस इज द समीशन ऑफ द प्रीवियस टू टर्म्स.
जो हम प्रीवियस टू टर्म से स्टार्ट ही क्यों करें? हमारा जो नंबर है हम वहीं से स्टार्ट कर दें. हमें अगर क्वेश्चन में ये पूछा है कि कितने टर्म्स तक करना है तब ये लगाएंगे, लेकिन अगर हमें क्वेश्चन पूछा है इस नंबर के बाद से करना है फिर तो fn से
हाँ
स्टार्ट कर
हाँ,
सकते हैं.
तब हाँ, फिर वो क्वेश्चन पे डिपेंड करेगा. ठीक है, दिस इज जस्ट द nth टर्म, ये जो f of n है, f of n मीन्स द nth टर्म ऑफ द फेबोनिच सीरीज।
ओके सर।
ठीक है, क्लियर। सो आई हैव नॉट डिस्कस द थ्योरी पार्ट, ये जो मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया है, आई हैव रिटन ऑल दीज थिंग्स इन द थ्योरी आल्सो हेयर। ठीक है, और फिर I have written this diagram here for factorial function. When you call this factorial 3, it will call n into factorial of 2, 3 into factorial of 2, then 2 into factorial of 1. So this I have taken from the internet, and these things I try to explain with the programs here. Okay, this one. So this is for today. I will upload everything on LMS.
सर इसके बाद मधुशी मैम की लैब है या आप लैब ले रहे हो?
वो 1:30 से है ना, वो आई विल टेक।
और सर बैच 2 की?
तो
हाँ,
टाइम टेबल में चेंज हो गया है क्या? वेडनेसडे वाली लैब आपकी होगी अब और
नहीं नहीं
फ्राइडे
नहीं
वाली माधुरी मैम की होगी?
हाँ
नहीं
सर।
नहीं 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 नहीं, वो आई थिंक मैम को कहीं जाना होगा, आई डोंट नो। तो सी रिक्वेस्टेड मी यस्टरडे, इज इट पॉसिबल टू एक्सचेंज? तो फ्राइडे वाला जो मेरी लैब है, द मधुसी मैम विल टेक, और मधुसी मैम की जगह है आई विल टेक टुडे।